everyone, and welcome for the very first time to my channel, CokiCreative. I'm Elena and this is Coki, and what I do is anything Sims 4 related. Mostly builds, but I might play around with casts and I might do a little bit of gameplay. We're gonna just kind of play around and see what we get around to. I'm very excited to start. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a really long time now, but I just recently moved and I got a new computer. It's a whole bunch of exciting things, and now is finally the time I get to start. So today we are going to do a little starter home, and what I love about starter homes, I build them all the time, is that you have a price challenge of 20,000 or less, and I really like that. You have to get creative, and this one is Christmas theme, which kind of makes sense for the time of year. So without further ado, check out my video. So if you haven't noticed, I'm actually building in Sulani. I did start a build over in Windenburg, but the snow was making it really hard for me to do any landscaping, any terraining. So I decided, why not go somewhere that didn't snow, and then I could just move the build when I'm done. So that's why we are here in Sulani. I can't remember the name, and it's a little too small for me to read. Tangled Flat, something like that. But I just really, all I cared about was the size of the lot and if it would match to the lot that I was kind of hoping to do in Windenburg. So it does, and you'll see that later. But I also wanted to go for like a log cabin feel, so that's why I chose the wood panel with like the stone. I think that's really rustic and very like Christmassy, very wintry. And I tried to go with these seasons window. I think they're really pretty, and they're also very cheap. So I do put them in a lot of my starter homes. I think they look amazing and they don't cost a lot. So it's kind of perfect. So then I go with these matching posts. I always like to put the two together. It just looks nice, very craftsman style, very like rustic. And I go with a little secondary porch, kind of play around with it a little bit, trying to do something I haven't done before, which is sometimes a challenge if you build a lot, is trying to find something that you haven't done before. And that's me doing that with a starter home, which makes it even more difficult, you could say. But here I'm kind of playing around with different swatches of the floor, trying to figure out what won't cost a lot of money and what looks nice. So I kind of go with that. And then from there, moving on the inside, soon there's going to be a little blackout. You'll notice that right there. I got a new computer recently, and the Alt button to move stuff around is right next to this like Windows Home button, and I kept accidentally clicking it. And so occasionally you might see a few little blackouts. I try to edit them all out, but there was a couple. Whoops. I will get used to it, I promise. So then decorating the inside, I was kind of playing around with the layout. I wasn't really sure. I wanted to be cozy, but I also wanted to feel like roomy and enough room for a Christmas tree. That was really important for me because this is like a Christmas cottage. This is why someone comes here. So I really had to play around with how I wanted that to be. And I wanted to kind of furnish it a little bit before I even put any like wood down, any wallpaper, just because I wanted to see where I was going to go with it. You could call my build style a little chaotic. I try to do it like in the same order every time, but when I have like an image in my mind, I'm like, okay, I want to do Christmas tree in the living room, and this in the bedroom, and that, and I'm scrolling through the like build my catalog. I might stumble upon an item I might want to put somewhere else, so I just kind of do it. So bear with me. I am trying to do it in a way that is a little more fun to watch, not a little less crazy. So I'm learning. I never had anyone actually like watch me build before, so it's a bit different, and this is my first one, so. Yeah, and right here I'm trying to find all these like red and green. That makes sense. That's why I chose like the green stove. That's why I chose the green fridge. And I also wanted this to feel like somewhere, you know, you don't live permanently. This is like your Christmas cottage, so it's not going to be decorated the same way you would decorate your normal home. It's a little bit more rustic, a little bit more lived in. Maybe it was your grandparents and you just inherited this, and now you and your family come down here. Even though it is a one bedroom, I figured, you know, if your kids want to come, they can just sleep on the couch. Even though in The Sims it's like napping and you don't really get a full night's sleep, you're only coming here for like 2 nights anyway. So here I'm making the bedroom a little also rustic and very lived in feel. I really like that. I'm pretty sure it comes with City Living, the wallpaper I use, because it has like that mildewy look to it. Like it looks worn in, and that's exactly what I wanted. Here I'm kind of switching out some of the curtains that I use, because I really like this, like I don't know what to call it, but it's like a holiday decor. I put that by the window because I thought, oh, that could work as a curtain. Then trying to still clutter it up, but I wanted to make sure that my Sims could still get around in this house, because that's very important to me. I do play test all of my builds, which is fun, and it's not kind of annoying at the same time when you're just trying to get a build done. But I do always make sure that everything is as functional as possible. If I do miss something, just let me know. Just let me know, hey, you can't get around this like trash bin or something like that. But here I'm trying to clear up the kitchen a little bit so it does look lived in. But I didn't want to have like too much stuff, because you wouldn't have a fully stocked kitchen here. You would just have like the basics, the essentials. And I do like to use the light a lot, the one that's from the ceiling. That was a few seconds ago in the kitchen. And I love this like book thing, this book decor that I'm pretty sure came with cats and dogs. I like to use it as an end table because I just think it's adorable. And it's very rustic. It's very, like, I just imagine it being an end table, and then you could also just grab a book from it, even though you can't in The Sims. But I just imagine them doing that. I try to, like, role play in my head as I'm building, just like, how would it be like, or what would it be like to live here? Would they enjoy it? This and that. So here I am finishing up with some of the final decor, and then the bathroom. I really like all my bathrooms to have like a shower and a tub. There's something really nice about taking a bath. And also, if you have a dog, you can wash your dog. If you have a toddler. But I hate only having a bathtub because it takes so long for your Sims to take a bath over a shower. So yeah, so that's why I always like to have a shower and a tub in all my builds. Here, obviously doing just a little bit of the basics. I just wanted to look nice, but obviously adding a crack there. Not too nice. And the final curtains to the bedroom. And then since I didn't have room for any kind of like a wardrobe or a mirror, I decided to go with like these little hanging things. They didn't need a big closet anyway. Now it's time to do the landscaping. If you can't tell, there are 2 Sims at my front door. You might recognize them. They are there for the welcome wagon, which was not very welcomed because I was just trying to play test. I decorated the tree, if you can kind of see, because I wanted the tree to look really cute and pretty. And of course, the welcome wagon came, and for some reason, I can't be mean to Sims. Like, I went through that whole stage when I was younger where I like kill them in unique ways, but now I don't like being mean. I don't want to tell them to go away, so I didn't. So that's why they're at my front porch with their bowl of goodies. And here I am. Okay guys, I'm obsessed with the debug menu a little bit too much. I feel like every time I go into the debug menu, I find something different that I will definitely use. I have used this fencing before. I just think it's so cute. It, I think, comes with the outdoor retreat pack, if I'm not mistaken. I also changed where I put the mailbox. I didn't like that. This is where I put the trees. And you know, if you're building a starter home, the debug menu is your best friend. It has free trees, free decor. It's definitely cheating. I don't care. And I don't use Motherload when I cheat. I get a job and I try to play it the way you're supposed to play it, but the debug menu can just add a lot of beauty to a build. So I had to do it. So I do it all the time. And here I'm just kind of playing around with some more trees, really trying to get it as lived in as possible, because this is a log cabin. I imagine things to be overgrown, which in real life, having things overgrown is free, so why not make it free? I added some boxes to the back of the truck because I thought that looked cute, like imagining that might be presents also in a wooden box for some reason. Maybe your parents are like extra protective over the gifts, I don't know. And here I'm trying to do the rocks. I always add rocks. I just think it shapes a build up really nice. And they're also really cheap. You can do the ones you can pay for, but you can also have these ones that are $4, 4 simoleons, I should say. And then I always, before I post, I always check what, if you saw me do it, I do check what it looks like in the gallery, because I like it to look very symmetrical or asymmetrical. I don't like it when it obstructs with trees. Very picky. I might even move a house if it just doesn't look good in the gallery. That's how I realized I got a lot more downloads when I started doing that. And here, if you can tell in the bottom corner, I think I'm down to 3,000 some simoleons. I move a person in that, or a sim in that has 20,000, and that's how I do my starters. And here we have it. I moved it to Windenburg. The snow looks beautiful. I really wanted to be by this body of water. I think it just really added to the aesthetic of the home. And here are a few screenshots of the decorated tree, the living space. And yeah, you can find this in my gallery under CokiCreative. That is one word. And definitely follow me on Instagram. Thanks for watching.